Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Masify, back with another video. Before I get started, I need y'all to help a brother out by hitting that like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like the content. Today content, I'm going to be installing the radio inside of a new customer's vehicle here. The vehicle is a 2007 Ford Focus. I asked the customer, can I record? He said no problem and whatnot. And I could have got multiple angles and whatnot, but I wanted to make sure that the customer was comfortable with me recording, so I didn't want to put him or his vehicle per se on camera. So I just settled with the particular angle that y'all going to see in the video here, which is not the best angle. And I try to get y'all the play-by-play as I was wiring it up and installing it piece by piece. So other than that, the install went pretty smooth. It was straightforward. And let's get to the footage. Alrighty, so let's get started here. So here you see here, I start off with a flathead screwdriver, and I go ahead and carefully remove the dash kit from around the radio. And the most things you primarily need, and when you're doing most radio installs or removal of radios, is Philip gotta go get me screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, right back. 7mm socket, and those are the most common things you need. And of course, wire cutters, wire strippers, tape if you're not using the type of butt connectors and whatnot. I always recommend 3M tape, electrical tape for taping up your wires, and it works pretty well. So let's continue. So here in this particular clip here, I retrieved my impact wrench with the 7mm socket from my truck and I removed the radio from its location. I didn't need the impact wrench, but it was there. It made it more convenient, so why not? Bring out the big old guns for these little bolts. I'll go ahead and get all of the screws removed. See, the way I'm doing this commentary right now is a little bit odd. Right now, I literally got my footage right below you on the tripod, and I'm listening to it. Main thing and I'm giving you the play-by-play that way. That's the most convenient way I can think to give it to you. So, that's how I'm doing it, if you didn't know. Alright, so I got his old radio taken out right here. And I took my wire cutters and I'm going to separate it from the harness that I need to plug back into the vehicle, as you can see in the footage shown. So I carefully clipped each individual wire, power, ground, everything that I separated. Me, Masify, the same name you messaged me under. Yeah, just go MEMISELPHI. It'll pull me right up because I'm the only person with that unique name. That's one thing I made sure I was original. Yeah, because you can Google me, I'm all over Google. Yeah, I just had to switch up the channel, switch up the content, start going in a more positive direction because I used to be angry. Yeah, the customer actually asked for my YouTube channel, by the way. I gave it to him as well, and he went checking on some of my content and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, customer, very cool guy. Shout out. As you can see here, after I separated the Pioneer harness from the harness that I needed to reuse, I began wiring the Kenwood harness onto the harness that plugs into the vehicle. On it. No, MEMI Yeah, MEMISELPHI. Also, for those of you who don't know, if you have a vehicle that has a factory amp equipped with it, chances are you're going to have to hook up the remote wire behind the radio. The reason being, when you go aftermarket, they usually use the remote wire as the power connector for your factory amp. So if you do not hook up that wire, you would not have sound when you put in aftermarket radio, which is I noticed by a lot of people who bought radios from me and they install a radio inside of, say, their Yukon for the first time, and they tell me there's no audio coming from the radio. So then I tell them, you have to go back behind the radio and hook up the remote wire. And they say, why? Because I don't have sounds. Because I be like, that remote wire controls power to the factory amp. And when they do it, the sound comes right in. So if you have a factory amp or you don't have audio in your vehicle after you install the aftermarket radio, make sure you hook up the remote wire. It's blue-white on the radio itself, and on your aftermarket harness, it should either be blue, solid blue or blue-white. So, and most times, that's how you get your audio going in your vehicle after you install an aftermarket system. Yeah, that's my trouble.
The sound doesn't know.
Oh, it's 3 layers.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how much pressure. Yeah, no, that truck triple layered. I eliminated the moonroof and everything. But I'm gonna have to do like they call it a stripper pole, where I gotta have poles welded to the roof and bolted down to my box and all that. So in order to make this process simple, to make sure that everything works properly, I hook up your ignition power, which is red, you hook up the casting power, which is yellow, and you hook up the ground, which is black. You tape those 3 together, and then I plug it to the vehicle, and I ask him to click the ignition forward to make sure that everything inside of the vehicle is properly working. And if everything inside of the vehicle is properly working, then the radio shall turn right on. So as you can see, I plugged the radio up after wiring all of the speaker wires together and whatnot, plugged it back up, tested my Bluetooth on it, and everything seems to work fine. So I can actually pull that back out a little bit and then get a position. Next, I just needed to properly find where he wanted the microphone mounted and the USB cable to sit. And I didn't want it too ghetto looking, but he didn't care about the location whatsoever. So we ended up deciding on the particular location. I ended up finding the location as seen in the video here. And he was very satisfied with it. So as you can see in conclusion here, he was a very satisfied customer. The install went nice and smooth, no hiccups, no ifs, ands, or buts. Everything went nice and smooth. He's a happy customer. He said he plans on coming back because he needs probably an amplifier and more stuff. So thank you a lot for trusting me to install the radio on your vehicle. I'd like to thank my viewers for checking out the content. Hopefully it wasn't too drawn out, and hopefully I got some type of information from this, because I didn't get to the best angle possible, which is why I did a lot of fast forwarding through, because I wanted to make sure that the customer was comfortable, especially being the first time customer. Now, if he comes back to do new business and I install new things for him, then I will have multiple angles and, you know, give y'all a better quality of content, you know, when that day comes. But until then, hopefully y'all can enjoy the commentary here, or the me explaining what's going on in this particular video. Like I said, he was a very satisfied customer, and I will hope to do business with him again, and I will hope to get y'all more content again. So this is me, Masify. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and y'all have a great day. Peace.